Bravo, Bravo, pull up and go around.
Go around, Foxtrot Bravo, Bravo.
Hey, Tower India, Echo Lima, downwind 13, touch and go.
India Echo Lima number 3, follow Cessna left base, turning 1 mile final.
2点 Mike Golf downwind.
India Echo Lima.
Foxtrot Bravo, Bravo Tower, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, Foxtrot Bravo, Bravo.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land runway 13.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, change of plans, crossover midfield, join right downwind, runway 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, crossover midfield, join the right downwind for 13.
Greetings, we're sitting here at a small airport. Let me bring the map up and I'll show you where we are. So we're at this small airport over here. It's called Nowatsky Field. And we're going to take off on runway 27. And we're going to attempt to fly the Oshkosh Fisk Approach. I'm going to come up here, up this Highway 73 over to Green Lake and follow the Fisk Approach all the way in. And we'll either do the runway 36 approach or we'll get the runway 27 approach coming in here. So we should get back into the aircraft. And just see where we are. And let's get the aircraft over here. All right. So we're in the Cessna 152. So we're going to be moving over to the right and taking off on runway 27. So let's get started and then we'll get the radios all set up. So let's turn on fuel, turn on the master battery, turn the beacon light on. We'll give it a quick priming even though it's not that cold a day here. Let's push the throttle all the way in and the mixture all the way in. And we shall prime it. 1, 2, 3 primes. Okay, throttle back to about a ½ inch. And we should be able to start it fairly easy. Yeah, that's a good start. We've got temperature and pressures coming up. Turn the alternator on. I'm going to turn the panel lights on just in case we run into any cloud cover that could darken the trim. Put 1 notch of flaps in. And we may as well just go ahead and get the nav lights on. Won't put the strobe lights on just yet. Okay. Should log in. Just log in here to PilotEdge network. Well, we won't do that just yet. Let's get some radios set up. So what we'll do is our destination. ATIS is 125.9. Actually, we should put that on COM 2. Do that on COM 2. Okay. And we will put in the Fisk Approach on 120.7. Swap that over. Alright, so that works. Now on the COM1 radio, we'll put in the 2 runways in case we do 27 or 36, 2 different. So we'll put in 27, which is 118.5. So that's in. We'll swap that over. And runway 36 is 126.6. To 6.6. Swap that over so we know they work. Okay, so those are all the frequencies that we need there. The thing we should do is put in the Oshkosh VOR, which is 116.75. We should put that in. Radios. We should turn on our altitude reporting at 1200. Turn our DME on. And we'll tune in the Oshkosh VOR at 116.75. Swap that over. And in case we're going to use the ILS on runway 36, we'll plug that in. That's 110.5. And let's swap it over, make sure it works. It does. Okay, so that's in place. What else do we need to do here? We don't need the ADF radio. I guess it doesn't hurt to have it on. Well, we could put in the ADF to runway 36, which is 395. Swap that over. And that'll be on 36. Okay, so that's all good. So let's now file flight plan. On the PilotEdge network. Okay, so we are oh, you need to sign in. Okay, then we better do that. Okay. So we should be good now. So let's do, so it's VFR, it's Charlie Foxtrot, Delta Echo Whiskey, it's 152, our equipment code is Slant Alpha. True airspeed would be 100 knots. Departure location is 13 WI. Arriving location is KOSH. Using altitude will be 1800. Alternate airport. I don't think we really need one, but we'll just come right back to 13 WI. Our route is going to be Fisk Approach. And this is SimVenture. That should do it. I think that's all we need. Okay, so we filed a flight plan. This back out of the way. So on this Oshkosh approach, there is no talking to the controller. They're the ones that are talking to you all the time. What I would like to just do and see if my okay, so that's me there. Okay, so the rules of the game is we have to be at 1800 feet and no faster than 90 knots. So without any further ado, let's taxi out to the Runway 27. and see what trouble we can get into. Oh, I was supposed to do a radio check first with, yeah, the rules of the game is you have to first do a radio check. Okay, so let's put that frequency in. We'll do it on this radio, 123.45. 123.45. And you do the same over here. Let's swap that. Do the same here. 123.45. And the object of the test is to speak. There we are. We have to make sure both are on. Let's speak and see if we can hear. Just a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Okay. Radio check. Radio check. Yeah, that worked okay. So now we need to put the frequencies back in that we had in there before. 2662, 118.5. It should be 118.5. Okay, so that one's in. And the other frequency was that's 12595. Okay, that's ATIS. 1207. 207. That is approach. Oshkosh approach. Okay, we should be able to hear ATIS. Maybe they're not online. Well, let's get up in the air and see what happens. Take this out to runway 27. taxi out on the grass. Go ahead and put our taxi lights and our landing lights on, and we'll put our strobes on. The PilotEdge might not be operating at this hour. It's 13:50 time, which is 2050 Zulu. Maybe the fly-in is over. We'll fly up there anyway and see what happens. So we're going to fly to Green Lake and then follow the east side of Green Lake and go over to the town of Ripon. Then follow the railway tracks north up to Fisk. And I think we turn around here and do our takeoff. I've got one notch of flaps in. Actually, don't really need the flaps. I think we'll take the flaps off. We really don't need them. Okay, without any further ado, depart. We're going to turn north, make a right-hand crosswind exit, 50 knots, 55 knots, rotate, we're up. Remember,
runway exit procedure. Refer to the bottom of pages 20 or 22 for your specific runway exit procedure after landing. Upon arrival, pilot wishing to depart immediately shall follow the flight limit. They'll guide you back to the runway for takeoff. Pilots wishing to taxi the parking shall follow the flying limit until they see signage for parking. All Oshkosh departures refer to the departure procedures on page 3 of the notice. Pull out of the designated parking area and follow the flight limit to runway 36 left at Papa 5. Monitor tower on 18.9er and be listening and ready to go upon reaching the runway. All pilots must set their simulators to VFR weather conditions with calm wind. Oshkosh 8, information Alpha, wind calm, visibility 10, sky clear, altimeter 29er 2, VFR arrival and departure procedures in effect. Arriving runway 27, runway 36 left, and runway 36 right. Pages 20 or 22 of the notice. Departing runway 36 left at Papa 5. Aircraft inbound for the Fisk arrival. Proceed to Green Lake. Join the Fisk arrival. Aircraft arriving must be familiar with runway exit procedures. Refer to the bottom of pages 20 or 22 for your specific runway's exit procedure after landing. Upon arrival, pilot switching to depart immediately shall follow the flag bend. They'll guide you to the...
Okay, we're gonna head north now. We're 2,000 feet. We need to get down to 1,800. It's Puckaway Lake on the left, and that's Green Lake on the right. Yeah, we need to get down to 1,800 feet. Really, if we follow this road, it's probably the best thing to do. Follow Highway 73. That'll get us positioned properly for Green Lake. Okay, let's not hearing any approach controllers. And if we just take a little left turn here, we need to be at 1,800, and we are not there. Let's get up there. Okay, let's turn now towards Green Lake. Heading of 64 degrees. Okay, that's Green Lake to our left. Okay, we are too high. Reduce some power. We are at 90 knots. Be about 2200 RPM, should be about the right setting. Hold 1800 and 90 knots. A little gusty. A 118.5. I think I'm going to put in the approach controller on 120.7. Okay, we're dialed in now. Okay, so we're coming up. Ahead of us is the town of Ripon. It's a little bit further up in the distance there. We're at 1800 feet and we're holding about 90 knots. All looks good. Feet. Knots. Just show you a quick view on the map. Coming up to the town of Ripon. So far, everything's looking good. When we get to Ripon, we'll be following the tracks. They're about a 056 degree heading. down a ribbon right there. And there's some silos, and right past the silos is the railway track heading north. Northeast. $1,890 knots. There's the silos. There's the railway track. All looks good. Pretty soon the controllers will be contacting me. Maybe they'll ask me which runway. I guess if I have a choice, I'll take runway 36. I could take 27, it doesn't really matter. I'll just do 36, I think, if I have a choice. There's a railway track. 1,890 knots. All looking good. Got a ground speed of 92 knots, an indicated airspeed of 90. Soon be coming up to the town, a little village of Thicket. Got to get back onto the railway track. I veered off to the left a bit. Okay, we're right over the railway tracks. We're at 90 knots, and we're maintaining 1800 feet as we are supposed to. Shortly we'll be coming up to Fisk. Not hearing any controllers. Don't quite understand what's happened. Wonder if I've been logged off. What has happened? I don't think the controllers are on. Nope. Well, you know what? We're gonna take 36. I don't think they're on duty. Here's the microwave towers. Oh well, that's too bad. No, they're not on duty. That's the problem. Well, we fly into the airport anyway, and we'll see all the static aircraft and all the people that are there. And we could start our descent shortly. We're coming up to the intersection. Intersection of Fisk Avenue and Highway 41. Now let's start descending down to 1,000 feet. And 1 notch of flaps. It's funny, ATIS was operating, but the controllers weren't on duty. To get down to 1,000. Gonna put in another notch of flaps. Gonna be turning very shortly. We're heading on 004. See the ILS needle coming in. Start my turn now. Let's cut the corner a little bit. Okay, and they would have given me colored square to land just past. There's no one on duty, so we'll just put in a glass notch of flaps. Okay, we'll just come down on this purple dot right here. And we get off on the grass. Can't really see the sign that he's holding up. Okay, which way are we going? Going to the right? Going to the right. All the flagmen. All the aircraft parked out there. Clean up the flaps. Well, that's too bad. How far are they gonna have me taxi? Goodness me. It's a long way. You know what? I'm gonna turn in here. And I'm gonna find a parking spot over here. How about we park down here? That should do it. Okay, well, like I said, it's too bad air traffic controllers weren't on duty, but they weren't. So there's not much we can do about that. So we'll just shut the aircraft down. Clean the mixture. Throttles back. Fuel supply off. All the lights are off. Magnetos are off. And magnetos off. Alternator off. Battery off. That was a 22-minute flight. Well, let's get out of the aircraft and see what it looks like. It's a control tower up there. Close the door. And with that, that's the end of our flight. Thanks for watching.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo, pull up and go around.
Go around, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Tower India Echo Lima, downwind 13, touch and go.
India Echo Lima number 3, follow Cessna left base, turning 1 mile final.
2连麦广播达明。
India Echo Lima.
Foxtrot Bravo Bravo Tower, fly runway heading.
Fly runway heading, Foxtrot Bravo Bravo.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land runway 13.
Charlie Zulu November, clear to land 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, change of plans, crossover midfield, join right downwind runway 13.
Zulu Sierra Alpha, crossover midfield, join the right downwind for 13.